The Bank of Ghana has refuted criticism surrounding the disbursement of $12 million for the Pwalugu Irrigation Project on behalf of government. Despite no visible progress on the ground, the Apex Bank denies any claims of impropriety, insisting that the payment to the contractors MS Power China International Group Limited was released solely upon government authorization. Here is more.
At a recent Public Accounts Committee sitting, some members questioned why the Bank of Ghana paid the contractors. This generated concerns among the public, but the Bank of Ghana, in clarifying its role as a custodian of government accounts, insisted that it operates within the bounds of its mandate and cannot be faulted for executing authorized transactions. It simply says it is not responsible for verifying the progress of projects post-payment.
We are actually chief cashiers of the government, and we also hold all government accounts here. So we would act on instructions that have been issued to us. So let's have a very simple walkthrough process. So let's say an MDA is actually involved in a project, and that project requires that certain level of authorizations must be given. So you may have a project that may even have to involve Parliament in giving approval before that project can go ahead. Once that approval is sought and the project is started, then you would also have the role of the Ministry of Finance at some point, coming in also looking at what has been submitted, whether it's actually in line with the contract that has been so specified. And when satisfied with the supporting document that needs to be presented, then they can also make some recommendations. But finally, you would have the Controller and Accountant General coming in and making that authorization for payment to be made, and that comes to us. We will then go ahead and make the payment if the account is fully funded, and therefore there will not be any form of exposure on our part, because just like you yourself.
The government has acknowledged that the delay in constructing the Pwalugu multipurpose dam is due to financial constraints. The project, initiated in 2020, was to be funded by a $993 million Sino-Hydro facility with a completion timeline of 4 years, intended to mitigate flooding from the Bagui Dam spillage and provide hydro and solar electricity. Physical construction is yet to commence, despite the disbursement to the contractors.
We are the bankers of the government. So the government will draw on its own account. And let's make it clear, the government will draw on its own account. And nobody can actually draw or issue a check on another person's account unless it's your own account. So we will make the payment from the government account authorized by the right people, right, that are supposed to make that authorization. So we would check.
The Bank of Ghana has denied any wrongdoing in the payments made to contractors of the Pwalugu multipurpose dam. The bank clarifies that the $12 million made to the contractors was in line with authorization and provisions spelled out as holders of the government account. It says it can therefore not be held accountable if payment has been made with no work in sight on grounds. Reporting for CNR Business, my name is Ni Lati.